Hello, my name is Rob Richman. I helped form the Southfields Plaza Group, the SPG, in 2010 to try and purchase the former Riley Snooker Hall and retain its precious D2 status and open the site as a two-screen cinema and theatre. As you may know, Gresham Pension Fund bought the site with a plan to have a mixed development of residential, D2 and retail use and appointed planning consultants Indigo Planning to see this through Wandsworth Planning. There are plenty of local and national policies in place to protect the D2 leisure and entertainment use of the building, and Indigo has claimed that they have satisfied these in their plans. The SPG strongly argue this point. The present D2 space is 889 square metres, of which most is 8 metres high. Indigo are proposing to replace this with only 680 square metres, of which only 290 metres squared is 6 metre double height. Indigo then claim if they add a mezzanine, their D2 space increases to 1,022 metres squared. On this basis, a mezzanine in the present building would give a total space of nearly 1,600 metres squared. It is also important to point out, with a mezzanine in place, the lower ground floor in Indigo's plans will have ceiling heights of only 2.3 metres, about the same as a loft conversion ceiling, and the ground floor will only have ceiling heights of around 3 metres. This would seriously hamper what leisure activities or companies could take the space, and therefore we feel the provision of D2 space in size or quality is not satisfied in Indigo's plans. We've put together a sheet of what can presently be put into the D2 space and what could be under Indigo's plans. The Council's policy DMC1 clearly sets out that community facilities should be protected as they may come under pressure from uses which attract higher land values, and adequate replacement floor space must be of equal or improved capacity, design and layout as that being lost through development. The proposed D2 space is neither adequate, equal, nor improved capacity, nor of better design or layout as that can exist today. If these plans are allowed, we will never get this D2 quality space again in Southfields. People don't come along and purchase land and build D2 space in our area anymore. Land is too much at a premium. You may have noticed that in the planning notice, the wording use for cinema is used and is also shown on the plans put forward by Indigo. This is disingenuous to the Southfields community, as I can assure you that a worthwhile cinema would not operate in such a small space. Their plans show the front row of seats at only 2 metres from the screen, and even then no allowance has been made for the speakers that need to fit behind the screen. Our calculations show that the first 4 rows of their seating should not be there, and they have also not considered a number of other requirements, including disabled facilities, fire escape routes and projection area, to name a few. These are not serious cinema plans and clearly show there is no intention to incorporate a cinema on the site. This personal message, however, is not for you to campaign for our cinema. That's our job. It is to protect the D2 space, because this leisure box, as Indigo calls it, would be very restrictive in its use and is far less quality and flexibility than the present D2 use. I often think the default response we have as a community is, what can we do? Will our voice count? Yes, they will. The members of the Southfields Plaza Group would not have given up so much of their time over the past 18 months if we did not feel we could make a difference. I am asking you to please put in your objections to Wandsworth. All the details and links are on our homepage, southfieldsplaza.com, or email directly boroughplanner@wandsworth.gov.uk. If you were one of the many people who wrote to Justine Greening MP following our open meeting in November, please do also write in an objection. Your letters to Justine have been forwarded to Wandsworth, but collectively only count as one objection. To conclude, thank you for all your support. We will need this support more than on this one occasion, so please do not give up, because we certainly are not. We are so passionate that the Southfields Plaza, a locally run independent cinema and theatre, would be the spark that ignites a wonderful regeneration of Southfields. This is not a pipe dream, but a real opportunity for us, the community, to be responsible for putting in place a legacy for the generations to come. One day the plaza will be a fantastic London landmark, a real example of a community joining together to open something really quite amazing. Thank you for your support.